The Las Vegas Grand Prix left Scuderia Ferrari dealing with a wave of controversies that heated up post-race discussions. Team principal Frederic Vasseur is working to calm tensions as the Maranello team heads into the Qatar Grand Prix, where the Italian side must play all its cards in order to be able to challenge McLaren for the 2024 Formula One Constructors Championship. The Maranello team clawed back 12 points from the Woking team, but still faces a 24-point deficit with just 2 rounds until the end of the season. While the desert circuit is expected to suit McLaren's cars better, this season has often defied pre-race predictions. Who would have thought Mercedes would dominate in the Las Vegas Grand Prix, where Ferrari had hoped for a double podium finish? Frederic Vasseur has skillfully avoided delving into the spat between Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, allowing time to cool the heated exchange, much as has happened with previous disagreements. Unclear communications from the pit wall may also have played a role in fueling confusion last weekend. Ferrari aims to keep its Constructors Championship hopes alive until Abu Dhabi and relies on full cooperation from both drivers. To achieve this, the Maranello team must finish the season without further power unit changes. While Carlos Sainz is equipped with a fresh unit from the Brazilian Grand Prix, which was installed after his qualifying crash necessitated starting from the back of the grid, Charles Leclerc is still using engine number 4, homologated during the Dutch Grand Prix's free practice sessions. In Las Vegas, some commentators highlighted that Charles Leclerc was losing around 0.3 per lap to Carlos Sainz due to the power drop from his aging power unit. However, Ferrari's engine department, led by Enrico Gualtieri, would hardly have overlooked the need for a new 06610 engine if such a significant deficit existed, even at the cost of a grid penalty. Charles Leclerc's current engine, introduced at the Zandvoort circuit, would have reached 8 races had it been used continuously. However, Ferrari planned a rotation strategy to extend the lifespan of its power units. According to information from Ferrari's racing department, the difference between a new engine and one at the end of its mileage is roughly 15 horsepower, which is far less than what some speculated during the last week. The Maranello team has worked hard to limit the performance drop-off to no more than 1/10 of a second per lap. If Charles Leclerc's engine had indeed cost him 0.3 per lap at the 6.2-kilometer Las Vegas Strip circuit in Nevada, it would imply a loss of over 45 horsepower, which is an unrealistic figure for a team striving to compete for the Constructors' Championship. Unless unexpected technical issues arise, Ferrari therefore plans to complete the season without resorting to another engine change. Reports indicate that Charles Leclerc's engine has surpassed 3,000 kilometers, while it was designed to last nearly 5,000 kilometers. At the same time, it is worth pointing out that in Qatar, the Ferrari engineers and technicians decided to reintroduce the floor that Carlos Sainz had tried in the first free practice session for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The Spanish driver did not seem entirely convinced by the solution, which had been labeled as experimental, as he started the Nevada weekend with a less convincing pace than what followed. Carlos Sainz finished 6th, 0.2 behind Charles Leclerc, and gave the impression that the solution, which was intended to preview the 2025 philosophy, had not particularly impressed him. Ferrari's engineers had explained that the floor was in fact an experiment aimed at testing new wind tunnel calibrations following the updates made during the summer break. In any case, the solution is set to be reintroduced at the 5.419-kilometer Lusail International Circuit, this time on Charles Leclerc's car. As of now, a technical briefing is taking place, and it is not ruled out that the floor could be shelved, given that with the sprint format, there is only one practice session before qualifying for the sprint race. It remains to be seen if the Monegasque driver will also have the chance to express his opinion on the new floor, which is easily identifiable by the curb exit with a longer longitudinal wing and 4 different metallic supports. There's also a new design near the blow-off area. The last portion of the floor, secured by a tie rod, features a slot that is more squared off compared to the previous round shape. The bracket that connected the 2 curb elements has been removed, and there is now a reappearance of a carbon tongue in an L shape, which juts out from the floor. This element also now features a vertical flow diverter that directs air downward from the floor, thanks to a ramp with a double angle. Additionally, a micro slot appears slightly ahead, on the curb exit edge, functioning as a vortex generator. The new floor at Lusail is turning into something of a mystery. For now, it is mounted on SF24 number 16, but it cannot be ruled out that it may disappear, especially considering that it might be more important for Charles Leclerc to focus on tuning the car for the Qatar Grand Prix, with such little time to find the optimal setup.